Hello, I just wanted to get on here and do a quick tutorial this morning. First of all, we're going to be using the Pearl 7 Collagen and Elastin Moisture Fluid. I have absolutely fell in love with this little gem here because it has a powerhouse of hydration. It moisturizes deeply, but it's still very lightweight. It has a boost of peptides and amino acids, which helps to build your own skin's collagen and boost the firmness and the smooth texture. It has a lot of natural ingredients, herbal ingredients that just condition and nourish the skin. Since I have been using this, I have seen a complete overall firmness in my skin, pigmentation lighten, and it's from this little bottle here. It's actually is that a 1 ounce or two? It's almost, I think, a 2 ounce size of product. Yeah, it's 1.7 ounces. And you actually, it comes in the kit along with this new little eye cream that we have. This is a microbiome eye cream. It has a natural retinol in it and one good thing about this is too, it has this little silver tip so you can go around the eyes, and it's very cool feeling on the skin, so it helps to depuff, hydrate the texture around the eyes, and also helps with pigmentation and dark circles with the natural retinol that's in it. So it's very, very soothing, conditioning, all clean, all vegan, and you guys are gonna love this. Along in the kit comes an exfoliating cleansing nectar that's a foaming, slightly exfoliating, gentle enough to be used about 4 times a week. And then also our new lip balm, the overnight lip treatment, which is great for conditioning the lips. Now I'm gonna start off with the Luminous Silk foundation, and it is exactly what it's called. It gives a luminous effect on the skin. I did 1 pump. I'm gonna use the foundation brush, and I'm gonna just show you how beautiful this blends in. This is good for really any skin type, but I recommend this if somebody has a really oily skin and large pores. I actually recommend using our foundation stick, but this is really good for combination, people who are more on the drier side. So this is a great foundation for that. So you've seen where that 1 pump went and how well that blended into my skin. I love this. So I'm gonna do another pump. So 2 pumps is really enough for your whole face. This has real hydrating, light diffusing ingredients in it, all clean, free from synthetics, harmful synthetics, chemicals, parabens, phthalates. So it's gonna be, I think you'll see once you start using the Pearl 7 products that your skin actually improves, because these are so good for the skin. So that's my foundation. Now I'm gonna show you guys real quick some under eye concealer with the dual action, and this is peptide infused, light diffusing. Again, it kind of doubles as an eye cream plus your under eye concealer. So I'm going to show you how little I used. Can you see that little bit? It's not even as big as a grain of rice. I'm going to just tap it like that and just tap it right underneath the eyes. You can blend this out with your fingers, a sponge, but today I'm using a brush to blend out. And this can hit any little imperfections, dark spots, pimples, anything you want to cover up, you can hit it with that. Now I also want to show you a little trick with using 1 shade lighter. So I use the light medium for my under eyes. So I'm going to use the light. Again, another little, and I'm going to dab this like this right here. And I'm going to take and just do this right here. Let me just do one side to kind of let you guys see what this does. And this is going to actually lift the face. And see, I've got these marionette lines, and that drives me crazy. So we're going to really try to soften that up so we don't see it. And then I did it in the nasolabial fold, which this is right here. Yeah, marionette nasolabial. I don't even like the names of them. So, all right, so you can see, can you see? All right, let me not smile. Can you see this is lifted? So, oh, I didn't bring my powder over here because see, the powder is going to blend it in. But I do have my powder brush, so it does have some powder probably left on it. So, it's just so hard to get back over to my makeup table because I'm in my bathtub. Because I've got this nice big window. So, I think everybody can kind of see that. See how this side is kind of like, the side's more lifted. So I did bring some of more of my matte color sticks over here. And this is actually a color called Suede. And I love this because it's a great contour. It's kind of a brown. So I'm going to just kind of take a little bit right in here. I'm going to take a little bit here. I'm going to do one side again so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. And a lot of people would not do this every day. But, you know, I love makeup. It's kind of my, you know, artistic side, and I like putting it on. I like creating, and, you know, from the time I was a little girl, I would do this in the summer times on my free time. I would just actually play in makeup. And, you know, God kind of worked his magic during that time with me because he gave me something I love to do and something that has provided a living for me. And that's one thing I'd like to talk about is my whole mission with Pearl 7 Cosmetics is really more of who we are in Christ, how God sees us. And you know, God sees us. We can all read things in the Bible that tells us exactly how he sees us. But I think once we start developing that personal relationship with him, he reveals more and more. And it's not about the outer beauty. It's about the inner beauty. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. And he knows every hair on our head. And he loves us in the muck and the mud, and he loves us when we are, you know, just advancing and living life and happy. But we all go through times in our life when we're a little stagnant and things change. And I'm kind of going through that myself right now. I'm going through a phase right now where it seems like my life is changing. And sometimes we don't know how to deal with that. We don't know how to manage it because of a way that we've always done things. It just makes us comfortable because we're doing what we're used to doing. And when that changes, it creates this insecurity in ourselves. But God's using that time, I really believe, to grow us in a different way, in a different direction. We can't stay in the same profession all of our life. We can't stay in the same crowd all of our life. We can't stay in the same environment all of our life. We have to change to grow. And so growing in different ways and letting God create a moment by moment, a step by step guide and plan and path for us is how we should lead our lives, just walking step by step, moment by moment in the path that he leads. And doing that can bring about things that we never expected. 5 years ago, I never expected that I would be living where I'm living. And my life changed so much. In the past 4 years, I have moved through 3 states, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia. I have lived in 3 different houses. If somebody had told me that 5 years prior, I would have said, you're crazy. I would never move back to my hometown. I was completely happy where I was. But God moved us, and God changed everything. And daily, I'm feeling the same way, that every day he is changing everything. And if I'm not willing to be accepting of that change, and I'm not willing to move forward in his path for me, then I'm not being obedient. And it takes a lot. It really takes a lot to step out in that unknown faith. But that's what God gave us. He gave us faith, and he gave us the knowing that we are secure with him leading us. The knowing that he is always going to take care of us. He has our back in every situation. He goes before us and behind us, and his angels encamp us. And that's what I tell myself every single day. I look in the mirror, in that mirror moment, I anoint my head with oil, and I say, God, Jesus, Lord Jesus, you go before and behind me. You encamp your angels among me for my protection. You love me. You have carried me. You think that I am beautiful. You think that I am wise. You think that I am in a position to bring people to even know you. That's where my identity is. My identity is through Christ. My identity is knowing him and him knowing me, because he knows me perfectly. He knows me better than I know myself. And he is going to lead me in the right way as long as I am following and listening to him. And this is going to get a little long, but I heard this story that when sheep hear their shepherd's voice, they know their shepherd's voice. And there was a story of this shepherd, and he was, I don't know if anybody's ever listened to Jamie Winship, but he told this story of, there was a shepherd, and he talked about his sheep, and he said, every one of my sheep knows the same, knows my voice, but they all respond differently. He said, I can make one sound, and one of the sheep will lift his head, and he'll look right at me, and the other sheep will keep looking down. But when that sheep lifts his head and looks at his master, he can make another sound, and other sheep will start listening. And he said, there's this one sheep that always veers off, and he never follows. He never comes in. He said, I have to take a rock. And he said, I have to throw a rock and hit him. And then when he does, on a dime, he turns around and he follows the rest of the sheep. Don't be the one that has to be hit by a rock today. Don't be the one that has to be hit by a rock. Be the one that raises your head as soon as you hear your master's voice when he calls you by name. Y'all have a great day. I don't know if you can see the difference in my face, but that really doesn't matter. Love you guys.